Hello guys, it's Lougie here. I'm just going to be doing a little talk about runes today, so hopefully you'll learn something that you haven't learned already. This is probably more for the newer player. Yeah, I'd say more for beginners to mid-level sort of thing. I'm just going to be basically going over, you probably know what I'm saying already, but hopefully some people don't, and hopefully I can help you out a little. But yeah, I'm just going to be going over how to get the rune you want, where to get it, what runes go where, and what stats can go on what runes, and stuff like that. And I'm just going to try and be as quick and as brief as I can. So yeah, let's get started. I'll go through, yeah, let's look at Praha's runes for now. Right, so first off, what I must start with is slots 1, 2. Actually, let me go to a monster that isn't runed because it's numbered up. Right, so as you can see, there's slots 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goes around clockwise like that, okay? Slots 1, 3, and 5 are always the same stats. So, what I mean by that is slots 1 is always attack plus, so it's always flat rate attack. Slots 3 is always defense plus, so always flat rate again. And slot 5 is always HP plus. So yeah, these are your least important runes, so try not to invest too heavily in these. I don't mean, of course, don't power them up or anything like that. You can power them up, of course, especially if they've got the substats that you want. So if they've got like the added accuracy that I have here, and I wanted to increase that, yeah, by all means power it up and try and get that accuracy up, or whatever it is you've got, you know? So that's what slots 1, 3 and 5 are mostly about. It's about getting the right substats for the monster that you're going to be putting them on. So yeah, trying to get those substats up is the most important thing with slots 1, 3 and 5, and they're always the same. So yeah, that's pretty much them covered for now. Slots 2, 4 and 6 can vary. You can get all sorts of different stats in them, but the primary stats in all of these, in all of them you can get HP percentage, and you always want percentage, by the way, just to go over this. Yeah, you always want percentage because it always, as far as I know, turns out more. It always brings out more stats than what a flat rate will. You'll mostly see high-end players with percentage runes in slots 2, 4 and 6. The only rune that you probably won't see percentage is speed, because that always comes as flat rate. That's always flat rate because it'd be silly to put a percentage on such a low number. As you can see, she starts, her base speed is 100. So if you're going to have a percentage rune, it's just going to, if you've got, say, 35%, that's just going to be plus 35, isn't it? So there's no point. So yeah, you can see why they are flat rate there. Right, so yeah, you can only get speed in slot 2. You cannot get that in any other, as a primary stat, I should say. You can only get that in slot 2. Of course, you can get it as a substat in certain areas, although I don't seem to have any on my Praha, which is bad. Apart from that rune there, maybe. But yeah, so yeah, that's the only place you can get speed. But in slots 2, 4 and 6 you can get HP percentage, you can get attack percentage, and you can get defense percentage. You can get that in all 3. Okay, you can get them in all 3. So, but there are certain ones that have designated stats. And slot 2 is speed. Slot 4 you can get critical rate. Let me just find somebody who would have that. Verdi. So you can get critical rate percentage, and you can also get critical damage percentage. That's slot 4. They're the specialised ones for slot 4. Slot 6, you can get... Let me just see... Let's have a look at Bella. Okay, I've got her runed up very wrong here for now. Temporary, of course. But you can get accuracy percentage, and you can also get resistance percentage in slot 6, and they're the specialised ones. So if you do need more resistance or accuracy on your monster, you want to most likely probably want that attribute in slot 6. You will not get it in any other as a primary attribute. But yeah, that's pretty much that covered for now. To get the runes that you want, so if you want a rune for slot 1, so you'll go to battle. Let's go to Garan Forest for now. If you want to know what runes drop where, you just have to go to the drop info box there, and that pops this little box up here. And as you can see, you get energy runes from the Garan Forest. So energy runes will give you more HP, so if you need more HP, you could possibly want an energy set. And yeah, so you'll come to the Garan Forest. Now if you want an energy rune for slot 1, you will play level 1, Outskirts. And again, if you want one for slot 2, you go level 2, level 3, level 4, and that's how you get it for what slot you want. Level 7, the boss stage, will drop a random slot. It will drop a random rune for a random slot. Now, if you want there's a certain attribute that you want on your monster, a certain stat. Say if you want HP percentage on slot 4, so you'll play Paths. It's not guaranteed to drop that. You might get a critical rate or a critical damage, or you might just get some flat rate that's no good. And so you just have to keep replaying it basically until you get the one that you want. On normal mode, you can get between a 1-star and a 2-star rune. When you very first start out, that's fine. You know, just as long as you can rune your monsters up, you will get further in the game. That's perfectly okay. But once you start getting a bit further into the game, you're going to want better runes. So you'll go to hard. And, oh, how about that? I've been defeated. Nice to add to my video, isn't it? Yeah, so you'll go to hard. And you can get between a 2-star and a 3-star rune. And of course, the higher the star, the more the stats can go up, and the higher the stats will be, and the stronger your monsters will be. So, and on Hal mode, you can get between a 3 and a 4-star rune. You can get 5-star runes from the boss stage, but very, very rare drops, and I do not recommend doing that really. I'd say stick with 4 for now, as long as you get the stat that you want. Between 3 and 4-star runes, there's not a massive difference between the two. So if you just can't get that 4-star rune that you really, really want, don't worry about it. Settle for 3-star for now. I'm sure it'll be okay until you know that you definitely need higher. Right, yeah. So that's pretty much it. So the same if you wanted a fatal set for more attack power, you'll go to Mount Seir. So you just have to check the drop info there, and of course. Yeah, so you know that's how you get the different runes for different slots. Now, you're probably wondering, how do these people have 5 and 6-star, all these 5 and 6-star runes? Okay, well, when you reach level, I think 32, 33, around that stage, they will start to sell them in the magic shop. Let's have a look, see if we get any right now. Sometimes it's just nothing like that, which is most of the time, really, for me. I'm quite unlucky at times with the runes in the shop. But yeah, you can get them from the magic shop after a certain level. Up to 5-star, I'm not sure when they start in the shop, but I think 6-star will start at around 32, something like that. Let's see who beat me. Oh, I've got a few defeats there. Not looking good for me. A couple of successfuls, that's good enough, I suppose. I may have to revenge that one soon. And, yeah, let's go to the Kairos dungeons. I think that's how it's pronounced. Kairos. I have no idea. You can get very decent runes from the Dragon's Lair and the Giant's Keep, but the Dragon's Lair, I'd say hold off for now. Don't worry about that just yet. Try and start with Giants. It's a little bit easier than Dragons. Dragons, as you can see, Giants B10 there is, what's that, 6-star and level 65. If you go to Dragons, it's 6-star and level 75. Okay, so already there's a big difference, and that's all the way down. There's a difference there, going down. But yeah, I think you can get 5-star runes from maybe B4 upwards. B5 definitely. B4 I think you can get 5-star runes as well. So as long as you can clear B4 or B5, you can start getting your 5-star runes to make. And basically, what you want to do is try and build more Giants teams, ones that can progress up through the Giants, and of course, primarily a Giants B10 team, because hopefully you can get some good, strong level 40 friends who have reps that can pretty much solo some of these levels, and they can help you just get up to B10, work on your Giants B10 team, because that's where you're going to be getting most of your runes from. 6-star runes, good runes, decent runes that you really, really want. Now, the runes that you can get from Giants are, as you can see up here, it will say, right there, it says Despair. Okay, you get Despair runes, which is possible stun, which is always nice for a AoE monster, someone that can attack the whole enemy team and hopefully stun at least one or two of them, you never know. Sometimes all of them when you get very lucky. But yeah, Giants can drop Despair runes, and it can also drop the runes from Garan Forest all the way up to Hydini runes. So you can get them from the ones that you'd get from Hydini, you can get from there too. Dragons. Oh, I've clicked the wrong one there. Dragons will drop Vampire runes, which I don't really recommend using unless you're going to use a really strong set of Vampire runes, 5 to 6 star on a very strong monster that can hit very hard, because the life drain just isn't worth it otherwise, really, in my opinion. Somebody that can hit really, really hard, like a Remagos, the Wind Warbear, or someone like that, or somebody that can possibly farm one of these levels on their own, solo, on Hell mode. That could work too, because that's a good way of increasing your monster's XP very fast. And I think I will do a video on that very soon. Yeah, and it can also drop Vampire runes, and it can also drop runes from the Tama Desert all the way up to the Sharuka remains. So yeah, that's pretty much covered where you can get them from, I think. Yeah, so that's how you get your sets. Now, the way to rune your monsters is very important too. So, someone like, say, Verdaheel, the Fire Vampire, it says he's an attack monster. You usually look at that and you think, right, so he's going to need more attack, because he's an attack monster. But, in fact, Verdi's a little bit more different than that, because what you need to do is check out the skills and see what their skills require. So this one attacks 2 times with a vampire bat and recovers HP by 30% of the inflicted damage. So of course the stronger his attack power is, the more HP he will recover. So you could possibly give him attack. I know a lot of people do, and I probably will myself, just to see how it goes, and if not, because he can be very squishy, this guy, so I am thinking maybe giving some HP instead, because I'm not using him as a primary attack monster. He's a lot more he's more important in another way, which I'll show you very soon. Strikes a strong blow with a surprise attack. This attack receives a 30% critical rate bonus, so that's nothing special. Doesn't leave any debuffs or anything like that. Okay, now Boiling Blood, this is what he's all about. His passive, when he's awakened, he gets this. Your critical hits increase the attack bars of all allies by 20%. This effect does not have effects on allies that have similar skill effects. That's the new update. But yeah, so if he gets a critical hit, he increases the attack bars of all of your allies, which means that they're most likely going to get another turn before the enemy even get a turn. So that's 2 turns to every one that they get, which is very, very good, very important. And he also has a speed leader skill for the dungeons, which is very helpful. But yeah, so this guy is very good. So, because his first skill attacks twice, that means that he can increase the attack bars of all allies by 40% every turn. So you want to make him as fast as possible, or possibly give him Violent Runes so he gets extra turns. I've gone Swift for now because my runes, I haven't got any sufficient runes for him. But yeah, so because it requires a critical hit for that to work, you want to try and get his critical rate to 100%. Get a guaranteed critical hit to make sure that they do get that attack bar increase. So yeah, I think I've got it close. I'm getting there. I'm almost there with him. I've still got to replace 2 of his most important runes, and hopefully I will have him there. But yeah, so always just look for look at the skills and look at what the skills require. And that way you can figure out what runes to do best. Some sets will have require 4 runes. So like Swift, you need 4 runes in order to make a set, which will add some more speed. Blade is only a 2 set. It's only ever a 2 or a 4 set, and you will get used to which ones are which. Yeah, so I think that's all I'm going to cover for now, as my video time will probably be running out. I hope I've covered everything that I think I wanted to. And yeah, if you do have any questions for me, please just leave me a comment, and I will be replying to every comment I can. I must mention that if anyone has commented to me before and I haven't replied, that's because it doesn't let me. I think there's something in your settings that you have to change. Ever since Google's taken over, Google Plus has taken over YouTube, it's all changed, and people can't reply to other people, and it's a bit crazy. I do reply to everyone that I possibly can. If I haven't replied, that's because I can't, and I do apologise. I suppose it's Google that should apologise, but I am sorry. I don't want you to think that I'm being ignorant or anything like that. Thank you for watching my videos, guys, and I hope this has helped at least one person, because that's all I aim for. As long as I can help one person, I'm happy. Yeah, so again, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to follow some more videos coming soon. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.